Okay, so hey guys, as you may have known, I'm an art channel. If you don't, what are you even doing here? So, many people may have assumed that I've done art since a young age and do stuff like that. No, actually not. I wasn't an art kid. I never actually took art classes. I never been to any art classes. I've never really done art in general until maybe 2 years ago when I was in secondary school. And here I am. So this is me talking about my art journey. So art journey, I'm not really sure where to start this off, so I'm gonna start it off of where I actually started drawing. I started drawing back in secondary school, I believe, when I actually started way back in primary school when I was around 11. That's when I started drawing Pokemon and stuff like that, but I honestly couldn't count that as a hobby because Pokemon is not a human being, those are mystical creatures. But when I started truly drawing was all the way in secondary school when I actually first picked up my first ever manga. I believe it was called... Actually, I don't remember what it's called. I still have the book though. I still have it. I was flashing it on screen that I actually proved that I have the book right now. I just don't remember what it's called. I know it's called Haunted Campus or something like that. That was actually the first time that I was introduced to humans and chibis in manga style. So I tried imitating that. It went very, very bad. Let's just say that. I can't explain how bad it went. My arms wasn't even arms at that time. It was just basically noodles. So I wasn't good at drawing originally, so I went up tips on how to draw. There were many useful tips, but there were some few that actually helped me a lot. One of them I can definitely say it's practice. Definitely practice. If you do something without practice, there's no way you can get it right. I had to practice over and over every single day. I had to draw just something, I draw something. And also another one is get your basics down. If you don't have your basics, there's no way you can do this. Since we are talking about this, there's something that I realized that draw something you enjoy. If you do not draw something you enjoy and you draw something that is totally out of your comfort zone, there's no way you're gonna make it nice. So continuing talking about my art journey, after knowing about all this, I actually started tracing. Okay, so let me explain. Since I had no art background or any art info other than the tips that they gave me, I had no clue what tracing was. So after being called a tracer, I decided to search out what it means, and only after searching it up, then I actually realized that what I was doing was tracing. So after knowing that what I was doing was tracing, I stopped completely. I stopped art completely because I did not want to be called a tracer. And that's when I got the idea, instead of tracing, why don't I make my own original art? That was one of the best suggestions that my friend could actually have ever given me. Thanks to that, I started making fan arts for YouTubers and stuff like that. Of course, it wasn't noticed, but still, it's one of the most enjoyable times I have actually had. So after that, I started making art for my OCs and I made art for my friends, and that's how I became here. I made art for so many people, and it's honestly the best experience I ever had. Since I was starting to get into art, I decided to join an art school, or more like an art course. Okay, so even though I said I joined an art course, weirdly enough, they don't teach that much things about digital art, even though the course is called Digital Games Art and Design. So the bad thing about joining an art school is that you see many people which already has an art background, or at least have some experience in art, and you kinda get discouraged in there. That's what happened to me. I got very discouraged because I saw such amazing art and look at my own art. How is one supposed to compare with that? Then I started asking for help from my teachers, asking how to cope with this. They told me that you shouldn't focus on other people's art, focus on yours and see how you have improved over the course of time. And that's when I realized truly how amazing my art has gotten since the past, and how I've grown my own art style. Because last time I honestly just see other people's art, that I took what I like about their art, and it keeps changing. That's why at the past, my art style is always different. If you go onto my Instagram, link down in the description, you'll notice that my art style always changed in the past, and that is something that I realized. Now my art style is solid and it's always the same. Don't get discouraged by what you see other people do. Focus on yourself and see how you've improved over the years, or months, or days. In days, there'll not be much of a difference, but in the course of months, you'll definitely see it. Hey guys, thank you so much for watching to the end of the video. Honestly, I do not know what to say because this was my first ever recording of my own voice inside Storytime. So I was quite nervous when I did this, but to me it turned out quite well. But if it wasn't well, I'm sorry. Give me tips on how I could present, because I was really damn nervous about recording my voice for the first time. I'm sorry if what you expected was an animatic, but I had no time to do an animatic and I had assignments coming in and projects. But I'll do more animatics in the future. Thank you so much for watching and see ya guys.